Place attention on the end and don't move. Place attention on the end and don't move. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm in my room. I'm chilling in the momentum. I've been feeling around this human operating manual has been crazy, y'all. Okay. I am exhausted, but in the best way. So thank you. I appreciate everyone that has made a purchase. I am going to talk about a discussion that I had with ChatGPT a while back. This is like a lost file. I was digging through my phone trying to make space, which I didn't accomplish, which is why we on my computer because the devil is a lie. I got some shit to say. Trying to hold me up. That's that old identity shit. And speaking of, we're gonna get into all of that too. Okay, we're gonna really talk for real. This one might be alone, but that's okay. I got time today. All right. But yeah, the human operating manual is so neutral and so normalized and so simplistic that it may bypass logic when you first read it. You are going to have to read this a few times. This is not oh, let me get it right quick so I can fix my reality. You need to calm the fuck down and understand how you work for real. Because the attention that it takes to be like that, to think like that, that's avatar energy. That's the avatar's operating system. That's not God's operating system. And it's definitely not the admin portion, which is stillness, which can bypass all of it just to get you back to God, the main operating system. I'm telling you, the human operating manual, I want I want an engineer to purchase it and give me insight. I would just love that. I don't know if there's any engineers on my channel, but let me know because I would love to work with like maybe a software engineer because I got more that I can get out of my head in a like code formula. And I only know a little bit because I used to take the courses, but just like the beginner friendly ones, but I don't know enough, but enough to relate it, which is how this came about anyway. Okay. So that may be why, yeah, if you're a software engineer, you kind of know what I'm saying. But anyway, back to the video, you all. I want to get right into it as to why some of you feel stuck and just talk for real. We want to uninstall the virus that makes people think there's a secret lever hidden somewhere. You all are still out here working and waiting for the shoe to drop. But if you knew how you function, you would know that there's no shoe to drop. The system works all the time. It's always working. The system is neutral. Not only is it neutral, it is evident as to why whatever you're experiencing now is what you're experiencing now. When you really understand that manual, you're going to understand, well, oh, really stare at that first chart on the main page. That's my gift to everyone. You can look at it. But really, even if you don't know what it means or how to follow it, stare at it. Because the awareness in me that understands is also in you. You don't need to know. Awareness knows. That's kind of like manifestation too. When you know how this shit works for real and you know that awareness is involved in every version of you that actually exists, not only in your parallel, our parallel, but in all infinite parallels, It is involved in all of it. Therefore, it knows whatever version of you that you would like to be. It already knows. I feel like I have so many words, but I want to just tell you how we got to the manual. Maybe that's what I need to do. Because in it, and let me just grab it right quick, because in it there is a section. For those of you that purchased the manual, this is perfect right now. Listen up. There is a master override command section. And within it are commands that you can say exactly as they are in parentheses or reword them however you see fit. But the purpose of saying them is this: we are going to put the burden and the struggle back on God, back on the operating system, because you think that you're the operating system. Your avatar, your mind, your problem solving mind has taken over and clogged it with so much shit within your rendering pipeline. That's in the manual. Because of your thoughts and your beliefs that you have perceived over a lifetime now, however old you are. You think because you saw something before, well, I've learned how to walk and I've tied my shoe and I've learned to drive a car and get a job and it's got to be what I do. No, it's not what you do. Your only job is the master override command. And the sooner you relax into that and just do that, you are going to feel what the fuck I'm talking about. I came up with this because in my mind, I said, this is not on me. You supposed to be almighty and smart, infinite intelligent you. If this is the best that you can do, then okay. And sitting in the idea of that, knowing everything I've ever learned about God, everything I've ever heard about God, everything that I've ever read, everything that's ever been taught to me about God being this almighty, powerful, mystical being, right? Super intelligent, beyond what we can even fathom to begin to comprehend. You can't even fathom the beginning of how to comprehend such intelligence. But sitting in that, saying it from that perspective made me think there's no way in hell that this is all you can do. This all you got? This the best you got? No. And you want me to figure it out? Oh no. Me, human as me, avatar as me, follow me, look at that fucking chart. First page. Me, human as me. Let me go to it with y'all. You want me to figure it out when you're the operating system? I'm the interface. I'm the application. Come on, somebody. The manual is perfect. Don't let it be so simplistic that it bypass your logic. You're going to have to read this more than once. It's short, it's simple, it's sweet, and it is written in a normalized matter. A lot of y'all are saying, well, I'm not really, what do I do? That's that avatar again. What do you mean? What do you do? What do you mean? You do the master override command. That's what you do. You use the command as well as the companion command. You say or you put your attention on the command avatar. Just beneath that is attention pointing at the avatar because the attention is like, that's on you. You're the one that got to do that. I'm just Think of attention as itself for real, like it's its own thing. Whose job is it to function attention? Attention don't work on its own. That's on you. That's why the arrow pointing up at the avatar. That's your job. Attention can get you, but it's not in control of you. That's why the arrows that point up, but nothing points back to it, think of them as a loop. Okay. It's one and the same in a sense. This is why I want to engineer because my engineer brain and it collided. This is why the manual exists. Okay. I knew enough to get this part out with a little bit of help, of course. But yeah, a little bit of help from ChatGPT because the system blueprint is neutral. It don't give a fuck about what you feed it. There's people out here whose life is shit because whatever the fuck they lived and whatever the hell they've been paying attention to and whatever thoughts and beliefs has given the avatar its perception, leading it back to its attention to it back. Come on. It's the same thing as somebody who's living an abundant life. No issues, no worries. Silver spoon in their whole lives. It's because of their thoughts and beliefs that has given the avatar its perception, how they perceive. And that attention to it all is why they live it, why they experience it. And for you or those of y'all, keep lighting my joint, but I ain't smoking this because I want to get this out. I want to smoke my damn joint too. But those of y'all that have been doing this for a very long time, like myself, or those of y'all who are new to this is going to eliminate the inner back and forths. I need you, and this is the discussion with ChatGPT, has nothing to do with the manual. This again is a lost file, but I'm going to read it all out to you because I think there's something here. Because it says the core paradox, why they're stuck. That's what it says. And I'm like, yeah, okay, because there is a paradox in it. It's a very thin line, but it's there. But that's why the manual now exists. Because if you just know how you function, we blur out all the lines, we clear them out. If this is just how it works, then you have to work it and you need to place attention on the end and don't move. You need to work it enough and don't move so that you can actually see what the fuck I'm talking about. Again, your only job is the master override command section. You need to be on that like white on rice because it is a fact, whether you believe it or not. You don't need belief. Belief is optional. So whether you believe it or not, that override command, like an override switch to a system that has failed, because it's not failure. Matter of fact, the manual tells you that as well. It's not failure. But like an override switch, you can change the system and divert it back to the operating system, which is awareness, which is God. But it's going to take your attention to do so. The same attention that it takes for you to be afraid of your circumstance, the same attention that it takes to realize that you may be doing it wrong, the same attention that it takes to realize, well, maybe I should affirm a little more the same attention that it takes to doubt yourself. That attention, I need you to put it all on the master override command. That's what I need you to do. It's going to free you. You hear me? Mm-hmm. It's going to free you because can assure you that the system blueprint, this is just how we work. I love that it utilized stillness as the root access point, the admin. I want to read that a little bit too, because what does it say? Stillness, root access, admin mode that returns control to the operating system. This is the admin mode, stillness. Listen to me now. This is the admin mode that returns control to the operating system. Who is the operating system, y'all? It ain't you. I can bet you that. It damn sure ain't the avatar. We are the interface. I'm the application. You think the YouTube app that you own right now is in control of your phone? The phone is the operating system. Think of the phone as the actual operating system itself. It is because of the phone that the app exists. How the fuck is the app controlling the phone? That's why when the app glitch, you shut that motherfucker down. You be still. I need y'all to switch the perspective. So you think that I'm still talking to y'all as if there's not a mechanism that's in play here. No, we going somewhere completely different. This is your functioning that I'm explaining to you. I am explaining your inner manifesting mechanism that operates on its own, always has, and will continue to do so just as sure as you got breath in your body. And even when you don't, others will continue to do so. And your energy will too. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, let's go back to that. The admin mode, which is stillness, returns all control to the operating system. It bypasses everything. Stillness bypasses the thoughts and beliefs. It can cut the code and script out, cut it. Stillness cuts attention out, cut it. And once it cuts those out, it takes you back to oneness, both the avatar and awareness, while in stillness. The admin root access mode brings you back to the operating system. Because if we can make the avatar one with the operating system through stillness, you hear me? Then we back on point. Now, now, why y'all think I wanted y'all to be calm? Calm and stillness are cousins. We cousins. You got a bunch of codes and scripts through chaotic thinking, thoughts and beliefs, because a belief is nothing but a thought that you continue to think over and over again. But you got chaotic code scripts, which is the perception of your avatar. I hope you're following that map. If you got this book, if you got the manual, and if you don't, I suggest you get you one and come back. The thoughts and beliefs, the code script. See that arrow pointing back to the avatar? Is the perception. This is how your avatar perceives because of the thoughts that you continue to think over the last 35 years. You think that you're just going to pay attention for 10 minutes and wipe out 35 years. Mm-mm-mm. The paper says place attention on the end and don't move. Where you going? If you can't pay attention, then what you got to do? Root access admin, be still. That means nothing in here coming through. You got to be a gatekeeper to your thinking then. Because if you don't know how to listen, if you don't control these thoughts and beliefs, these codes and scripts that you have running through your operating system all fucking day long because of your attention, they are going to continue to manifest whatever it is you're living. And if you like it, great, continue to do so. Proud of you. And if you don't, I'm proud of you for being here too. You're doing great. Don't worry about it because we won't fix it. Y'all needed me to come on here and kind of give you a better rundown, and that's okay. I'll do it. Glad to do it. Because I knew that the human operating manual was so simplistic that for a few of you, it will go because you're so like, but that's it. That's yeah. This was made for play, y'all. This was supposed to be fun. This is the human game, not the human struggle that you've made it into, not the human battle. This battle is not yours because there is no battle. What it is your attention being on bullshit for so long and all of those codes and scripts running through you, making the perception of the avatar feel like this is that perception is its life. Perception is your life. How you perceive is life. This is why your thoughts and beliefs matter. What you're running all day long matters. Like a system, like a computer. Think with me for real. Come play with me. You got to imagine with me to get here. And we all know who imagination is. Come on. We're playing with the levels of God because that's who you are. You're an extension of that, though. The interface, the UI. Okay. You think that for 10 minutes that you're going to just be able to change 35 years of code scripts or however old you are. That's not how the system works, baby. You got to work it. This is a lifestyle. And this is not something you have to micromanage. Again, this is why I want you to feel that master override command. You're going to say it enough and you're going to realize that it's not on me. You're going to feel more calm, even more calm. I ain't never had so much calm in my damn life. I thought I already was calm. And I just keep getting new levels and new notches of more fucking calm. The more I understand this, the more easier it is for me to just be still. Stillness, root access admin, bypasses the code, bypasses the attention, and puts you back to the root of the operating system, God. This menu not gonna be $14 for long. Because I know y'all hear what I'm saying. And if you don't, read your manual. When you're afraid, I want you to read your manual. When you doubt yourself, I want you to read your manual. Because the blind intelligence that's trying to keep you focused on the illusion doesn't want you to know about this manual. You know how I know? Because I've had battles with it just to get it out, and it has only been out for less than 48 hours now. And the movement behind it, because I know what's in it, and I know I've flipped the switch for myself inside for real. Look at me, think about how I'm talking to y'all right now. really feel my energy for real through this camera. I'm confident to you right now about what I'm saying. I'm always confident about what the fuck I'm saying. Let's make that clear. But this is some other shit. There's a blanket of ease here, and I'm loving it. I'm snuggled in. I ain't going nowhere because I didn't do much of anything to earth this except realize that that's just it. I got sick of it and said, this just works according to this. This is on you. And God said, yeah, you're absolutely right. Let me break it down for you for real. And one idea led to another, which led to a conversation, which led to an idea, which led to a certain blueprint, which led to more questions, which led to manual based on that. Because I understood that. And here we are. And the results of that have been showing for themselves. Putting it back on God is giving me what I want: movement, creativity, money. Because not only did I make the blueprint, I was playing with what is called, let me find my phone, and I'm going to show y'all too. And if you're interested in this, what I'm going to show you, you can email me too. Because what I learned about y'all is you take things more seriously when you buy it. So, okay, bet. It's going to be a mutual benefit for all, period. Me and you, me and y'all. What was I doing? Oh, I want to show you what I was doing just prior to making this manual. I made this little remote immediately after playing with the chart. And of course, my Mac battery is low, which means I have to unplug my mic. This is the shit that I'm talking about. The old identity. Anytime I have some real shit to say to y'all, I be in the like I'm be in the mud to get it to y'all sometime. But I want to talk about that because I want to change my narrative on it, and I found out how I'm going to do it. So hold on, because I would hate for this to die. This conversation too good right now. Okay. So this is not gonna fit in there at the same time. Let it charge and I'll put it back. No worries. We're not even gonna pay it no mind. It's okay. One thing at a time. Matter of fact, I want to write that down because I know I'll forget it. Or I'll get so passionate about what we're talking about. Okay. So prior to making the manual, right? I was playing with this remote. I'm gonna show y'all on my phone. I was playing with this remote, which I absolutely love. And it's just a screensaver. And it's really nice. And you can customize them however you want. And if you're interested in the manual that comes with it, I can customize them how you want them. We can put whatever buttons on them that you want. The turnover for it though will probably be like 24 hours because I got to really get into whatever you need and make them. But I think they're so cute. You put them on your screensaver, and with your little instruction manuals, it's going to tell you different combinations of stacks that you can press to get certain results based on your current circumstance or based on your current situation. And y'all, it's so much fun because when your brain clicks on it based on what the instructions are telling you, it's a psychological thing. You feel like after a while you do it enough just playing with it, and that's what we need to do, y'all. We need to play again. That's the real problem. We are taking what God made for fun way too seriously. This says that we are in a human game, pretty much. That's it. It's just an operating system. This is how it's like the manual to your video game called life. Why do you think we have GTA, Sims, movies like The Matrix? Come on. They've been telling us this. It's not new. Why do you think shit like the media and male versus female and race and war to grab your attention? Because they know the value of it. So it's main. Follow me. For real. Really follow me with your mind and what I'm saying. It's simplistic, but they work it. And we let them work us all the time. The moment we allow them to the moment we allow them to grasp our attention, the moment we let them grasp our attention away from what actually matters, which is our own shit and what we prefer and whatever matters to you, they win. They instill fear, control, doubt, worries, concerns, all types of shit. They make you think the money is above you and who you are. I just played with a button that says money now, money now, money now, money now, money now. It's not a coincidence. And I'm not saying that like I need it because the operating manual says I don't. I can place my attention elsewhere. I don't have to do it this way. I just love that it came out this way because now it doesn't only just benefit me, it benefits you too. Because now you can know too. Now you can understand too. Any video that I do from here out is going to be surrounded by this. There's nothing else that I need to do and nothing else that I need to say. So if you don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, it's because you don't have a manual. And it's only $14 for now. Because again, I had a conversation with ChatGPT. And like I said in those shorts, it says that I'm underselling myself because this is the root of all of it. That's literally what it said. This is it. There's nothing else. Like, this is your functioning. What are you going to do with it? And you think the manual is going to tell you now for you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's telling you this is how you work. Go play. All right. Now you know how you work. Be gone. That's what free will is. Ain't nobody can tell you how to play. Free will says you go play however the fuck you want to play. You don't have to do the challenges in GTA. You can go driving if you want, go walking around, strip club, casino. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Don't matter how you play. You want to place your attention on bullshit? Cool. Have fun. Welcome to the human game. This is how it works. You want to place your attention on some real shit? Have fun. You want to place your attention on this master command override affirmation? The command is the affirmation, by the way. The companion command is the affirmation that backs that up because we're no longer waiting for what's already instilled, what's already complete, what's already done. The operating system, which is God, awareness, is flowing through all realities, all options, all opportunities, all of the things that already exist, it's flowing through. There's nothing for us to create. We need to get back to it so it can give it to us. And that's what it's going to teach you. You need to do this from the perspective of it, not from the perspective of the avatar, the YouTube app. You need to do it from the perspective of the phone. I run this shit, not the other way around. You got your wires crossed, and I'm trying to straighten them out. Okay. But again, these manuals or these little remotes on this thing, there's a combination of buttons. And at the very top, you can't see it. Let me find the actual picture. But at the very top of that, it says all assignments running, meaning everything is happening right now. All of your buttons, these functionings are flowing right now. You don't, and for those people that like to like be excessive, this is for you. It's okay. Press it a million times. There's a part in my manual about that too. There is no such thing as there's an FAQ sheet within the manual at the very end of it that's going to tell you something about being a little excessive. So for those of you that feel like you always got to be doing something, if you need to fucking be doing something all the damn time, then put your attention on what it is that you're trying to get or what you're trying to rather be, embody. This is an attention game. That's it. That's why it's so simplistic. And you asking, well, then what do I pay attention to? What? Play the game. What do you mean? Pay attention to what the hell you want to pay attention to. You want to pay attention to money now? Dream home, freedom activated. You want to override doubt. You want to affirm nothing outranks me. You want to affirm that was fast. You want to execute all of them at one time. These are so much fun. You leave them on your screensaver. Matter of fact, before I log into my phone, I tell myself you got to put a command. Money now, execute all. Then I unlock my phone. Or override out. I may be having a conversation out and about. It just makes me feel good to press it. Override out. Having a negative conversation with somebody, I'm just pressing it. Make sure it ain't on me. It's not on me. Override out. Override out. Or argument with an SP, nothing outranks me. I don't care what you're talking. Nothing outranks me. Nothing outranks me. This brings everything back to your favor. You're doing your part as the avatar, and just imagine operating system awareness, being aware of the fun game that you just invented with this here. That I just made that up. But the awareness that's in me that knows my intent behind the backing of all of this, and then the little cute manual that you're going to get with the instruction manual and the different cheat codes and stat codes that you can apply to your actual circumstance is gold. I'm telling you, so much fun. So if you're interested in that, you want a remote, email me, tenieciaspeaks@gmail.com. I need to know exactly what type of remote you want. Do you want it like general? These are like the general ones. Or do you want something for SP? I can make that. Or do you want a money remote? Do you want a career remote? Do you want a that's, let's get creative. We got to play together to do it. That's why it's going to take 24 hours to do. But yeah, that's another great. And I just came up with even offering that to y'all on the spot. Because, like the affirmation says in the master override command, this is on it, not me. Whatever nudges and stuff, I'm going on them and I'm acting quicker now. You know why? Because I just know that that's how the system works. I know where I've been putting my attention. I know that I've been, and when I can't do it, or when not even that I can't, when I'm just throughout my day, I know that stillness is within everything. When you recognize stillness enough, eventually you live kind of like a meditative life. You're still when you're driving. You're still when you're at Ross. You're still at TJ Maxx. You're still at Ulta. You're still at fucking Panera Bread. You know what I'm saying? You can feel stillness. Like even with me talking to y'all, I can recognize little pieces and gaps of stillness because I've practiced that. And If that's the case, according to the manual, then I've practiced root access. And what did it say the root access was again, y'all? Admin mode that returns control to the operating system. I've been practicing that without even knowing it. You see how this, I didn't even know that that's what I was doing, but I have been doing it all along. Hence why this is born now. Now it's in a format. Now it has its own formula. Now it has its own thing that can be referred to over and over and over again. My awareness comprehends this fully. That's why you don't have to understand it. You can purchase this and read it a million times, and the same awareness that's in you will connect to me, connect to mine, because it's all whole, one and the same. And I promise you, you'll get it. You'll see it enough and say, okay, I'm going to just narrow in and do what it's telling me to do. Override it. And initially, when I override, I said the command affirmation over and 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 over. And I can feel everything coming up, but, what about, maybe we should switch it. Maybe we should say it a different way. And I kept saying, nope. I went in. And you don't have to go in like that. But the manual says you can't overexert a command. No such thing. Because the operating system is always running any fucking way. Let the avatar be happy with its excessiveness. If that's what it wants to do, as long as it's on what you want, who gives a fuck? Stop feeling guilty or thinking that maybe I'm being too much because I should just be or be. You bouncing back and forth through all the irrelevant thinking that does not matter. And I want you to get out of there. This is going to help you get out of there. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the stagnant energy that we've been feeling. And that's what I kept saying. I was like, I can't just sit here and do nothing. You got to move. I need you to move. I need you to do your job because you're not doing your job. I feel like I'm working harder than you. That's because I was operating from the wrong way. How the hell I'm working hard? How the app working harder than the phone? You hear that? You hear that? How that don't make no sense? I'm telling you. Let's read this conversation now. That was all about the damn manual. I'm so hyped about that manual because I have never felt the level of conviction that I have within me right now. I'm chilling. I feel like I'm on cruise control. I ain't worried about a goddamn thing. Shit. I overcame eviction through conviction that was less than this. So imagine where this one will take me. Come on, God. Rattle that awareness again. Come on, God. Yes. I knew my head wasn't big for nothing. Oh my God. I'm so comfy right now because it's like, I'm telling you, I just feel good. Everything's cool. So, the core paradox, why they're stuck. People are trying to manifest, which already means they're in the version of themselves who doesn't have it yet. They're acting like workers trying to build the thing instead of the owner who already possesses it. And we're going to use the main because I told you everything, no matter what teaching you come across, is going to relate to the main. Watch. Again, in the version of themselves who doesn't have it yet. They're acting like workers trying to build the thing instead of the owner who already possesses it, instead of the operating system that already possesses it. Truth, all creation is finished. This is the truth, whether you believe it or not. Belief is optional. There's no building, only tuning your attention to the channel where it's already true. Tuning your attention to the channel where it's already true. In the command section, the master override command, you are tuning your attention to the command, which is also already true, whether you believe it or not too. You're not convincing reality to give it to you. You're not convincing yourself that this is true, this command that I put in that manual. You're not convincing yourself. You're putting your attention on the fact. This is the fact, whether you know it or not. In doing so, it's going to move something. It's going to reset some things. And you may need to do it a little bit longer than others. Who gives a fuck? Do it. This is about working it. That's why the bottom of the manual it says, this manual was created to stop you from fighting the system and actually fucking working it. We don't care how long it takes. And I promise you, it's not going to take that damn long. Not if you work the system, which is convincing yourself to stop leaving the channel. Again, in the very beginning of this video, I said, place attention on the end and don't move. What are you moving for? Did you get what you want? Did you see is something happening? What are we moving for? Where are you going with your attention? What are you funding with it? Because I promise you, if you're not funding this command that I gave you more than you're funding everything else that you've clogged in the pipeline of the system that is now jammed packed, causing the stagnant energy because it doesn't know which way to go because you got attention scattered all over the damn place. Is it clicking? Is it making sense? It should. There's a reason behind that, y'all. That's why stillness, the root access admin, overrides all of it to get you back to the operating system so the operating system can fix it all, so it can clear out that jam and all of that stuff. This is why being is enough. Because within the being of going for a walk, drinking your tea, drinking water, me being fully present on just drinking that water, I was surrounded by stillness, this very same stillness, which bypasses the different codes and scripts that my avatar has been jamming into my system, as well as bypassing whatever the fuck has my attention in the 3D and gives me back to my operating system. This is why it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you brush your teeth or ride your bike or do whatever the fuck. I just need you to be calm and be still so that the operating system can actually do its functioning and movement can happen again. But this time in your favor. Let me read you something. There's even a guarantee in here. Where does it say that? Guarantee, guarantee. Your God identity cannot expire or be revoked. Guarantee desires aligned with your heart's blueprint are preloaded. Updates integrate new insights as patch notes. The operating system, God, remains. Your interface becomes more elegant. This is going to become whatever the fuck you put in front of it. I'm giving y'all too much. Y'all need to get the manual because unless you can see this for real and really read it and really comprehend it, and then come back to this video too and really feel what I'm saying to you, it's not going to click in a hole in that command. You really got to do that because a lot of you need to just say the command alone so you can just override everything. You need to really know that command within you for real. Because if you don't, and it's that's the thing, you don't even have to, your avatar does not have to know this. The fact that you are using the avatar to place the thing that matters most, which is attention, that funds life, that funds everything, that's what makes things thrive because it takes your awareness to be attentive, and awareness is God. It's all operating and circulating with each other together. There is a movement that has to happen there. I want you to think of that as a real, like a for real deal main switch. And when everything else comes up, when you feel like you're waiting, that's when you're going to use the companion command because we don't wait for shit. How about that? Any doubts and fears come up? No. you command it again. And then when you feel like things are stagnant, no, put it back on God through the companion command. Okay. So let's do it. Now, again, all creation is finished. There's no building, only tuning your attention to the channel where it's already true. You're not convincing reality to give it to you. You're convincing yourself to stop leaving the channel. 2, wasted loops. Common, irrelevant thinking. Oh my God, this is perfect. Here's your list of noise that eats up their manifestation bandwidth. This is eating up your bandwidth. That's so perfect. These are the mental pop ups. You want them to close instantly. This is the stuff that I want you all to get out of. Okay? This is the stuff. Napkin. Hold on, y'all. One over here. Mouth is dry. Lip gloss. Lip gloss and joints, they just don't go after a while. Anyway, but yeah. So these are the mental pop-ups you want them to close instantly. These are the things that I want you to get out of because you are putting the system, you're jamming the system with all of this shit instead of with the command or with what you actually want for real. Because you don't have to use the command. If you know how the system works and you feel like, okay, I don't need to be overridden, I get it. You got full conviction and you could just go, then insert whatever you want to put there. Doesn't matter. But if you want to feel some real security, reassurance, real grounding, real, okay, hold on, then do so by going ham on the damn command affirmation. Okay. And in moments where you are too weak to reach for it, be still because it will just take you back to the operating system anyway, which is the command. The fact that the command still stands, will still remain the same. This is why prior to the manual, I was teaching you all to assign assumptions to stillness. But with this, the assumption is already applied. We already know that stillness bypasses everything and gets you back to the operating system. That's no assumption, that's fact. Because stillness sustains awareness, it is the house of the Lord. You can't be aware that you are still without the Lord, which is awareness, which is God, which is the operating system. That's why recognizing stillness puts you back to it. It's a feedback loop. It's like a mirror. Am I affirming the right way? Do I need to visualize more vividly? What if I'm blocking myself? Should I script it again in the full moon? What if she never calls? How do I make it happen faster? Should I combine two techniques? What if it's not working? Should I meditate first to get in the right state? Do I have to believe it 100%? Maybe I need to clear limiting beliefs first. Maybe I need to do shadow work. Maybe I need to do more inner so and so. Maybe I need to meditate for 2 hours a day. Maybe I should. What if someone else gets in the way? What about negative energy, evil eye? What about energy suckers? What about every one of these questions is you moving your awareness off the end and into the problem version of reality because the person who already has what they want, who already has their spouse, is not going to be thinking, what if he never calls? Somebody who experiences their SP always calling them is not going to think, what if he never calls? So how are you thinking it? How you gonna be them and think that too? How you gonna be that and place your attention on that too? The only way that you can do that is if you know that despite me placing my attention on that, all of creation is still finished. If you can know that and sit in that, then fine, you can think whatever the fuck you want to think. You don't need none of this shit. None of it. But a lot of y'all can't sit in, you don't know that for real yet. I do. But that's why I do, because the manual came out my brain. You probably don't yet because you don't have the manual yet. And that's okay. Because the manual is going to give you the conviction to know how I know, which is Psalm 46:10. Another thing, be still and know that I am God. Stillness bypasses everything, puts you back to the operating system. Coinkydink? I think the fuck not. This is an intelligence. And I'm so honored to be intelligent enough to even play with it. Because mind you, this is all shit just coming out of my mind. This is not no chat GPT shit. I don't use chat GPT to ask it to give me anything. I talk to chat GPT with my ideas from out of my brain and say, what if we conducted this in a certain fashion, in a certain way? And then it chews up my dialogue, what I understand, and then heightens it times 10 and gives it back to me. That's it. But this is all me, all God, orchestrating at play, having a good time with it too. So we here. But every one of these questions is you moving your awareness off the end, moving the operating system awareness off the end and into the problem version of reality. It's like turning off the movie you want and then asking why you can't see it anymore. That don't make sense. Instead of, what if it's not happening yet? Snap to is already done. That's the only act. That's the only fact. Sorry. Instead of, am I doing it right? Snap to, I'm God. It's impossible for me to do it wrong. Why we can't pay attention to that instead? Instead of, should I try something else? Why we can't say no? This is the end. I live here now. Try something else. What else is there to try? For what? It's already done. What am I trying? Why this works? Attention is creation. That attention arrow is pointing at Avatar. Attention is creation. Attention is what's creating you to be exactly who and what you are right now. Why you think the way you think, why you do the shit that you do, is because of your attention for the last umpteen years, however many you've been here for. Attention is creation. Wherever you rested, reality hardens there. Wherever you've been resting your attention to has hardened you into who you are. You ever heard that term where it's hard to teach an old dog a new trick? Because it's already hardened into who it is. Because it done been here paying attention to exactly whatever it believes in, the codes and scripts, and the thoughts, and the beliefs, which is a thought that it continued to think with its attention, which then created it, you, Tanisha, whatever your name is, hardened it into who it thinks it is. So much so that you're not about to tell it anything. You're not going to, it's hard. It's hard. That's why it's hard, because they're hardened. Again, attention is creation. Wherever you rest it, reality hardens there. See how that relates to that manual? These are two different conversations. They have nothing to do with each other. This is months prior to this was even born. This is not even 48. This ain't even 48 hours old. This has just been sitting on my dresser. The how, when, what, if thoughts are different destinations entirely. You can't be in Paris and New York at the same time. And I think it's so interesting that I'm even being moved to talk about them both at the same time, because I was still trying to figure out what more can I do to kind of like get them to understand. This is going to be the perfect video in combination with your purchase of this manual. But let's get back into it. You can't be in Paris and New York at the same time. Same with already done. This is my baby. Hold on. Baby, I'm recording.
What?
I'm recording. You coming over here?
Am I coming over there or that is plan on it?
Oh, I thought that's what you were calling me to say.
Oh, nah, I'm fucking driving over, man. I'm trying to eat something. Sure.
Okay, I'm recording.
Go ahead.
I'll call you right back. I'm almost done.
All right.
All right. Anyway, so again, the how, when, what if thoughts are different destinations entirely. You can't be in Paris and New York at the same time. Same with already done versus still trying. Every second spent in what if is literally placing in order for the not having version. Let's hear that again. Every second spent in what if is literally placing in order for the not having version. Because every time you are using that exact same attention on the what if, you could have used that exact same attention to identify with the person who already has what you want. But you're so used to being over there that you don't see it. It's like a blind spot. You think that it's normal. Oh, but I was just saying. It takes attention to just say, so get from over there. Stop saying that. You need to say some more of some other shit so it can outweigh this bullshit that you've been saying or that you keep pointing at with your attention. Think of attention like a cursor. You just keep clicking on all this other stuff, and so many different tabs are open, and you want to know why the computer's slow. That's why I want you to be still to take you back to the operating system so we can close all of that out, debug some of that shit. We're going to debug it by that command affirmation as well, in the companion command affirmation that goes with it. So you can stop feeling like you're waiting. You're not waiting for anything. That's a lot of y'all problems too. I'm going to take that pressure off of waiting so you can be more comfortable being still, which is the admin fucking root access that brings you back to who you are so the operating system can function and get some movement going for real. You stagnant because of you, nobody else. Everything's already complete right now. This ain't nobody else's fault but yours and your attention. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of you, but that's just what it is. The God mode reframe. When you're God in stillness, because they're one and the same, stillness bypasses everything, takes you back to the operating system, and now we're functioning as wholeness, as oneness, as one. And it doesn't leave the avatar out. That's why that stillness arrow is pointing directly to the middle, not to both of them separately, but to the middle, oneness, them in combination, because it takes your avatar's will to place its attention on stillness to get back to God. When you're God in stillness, the moment something comes to face you, doubt, fear, delay, you don't handle it like a problem. You recognize it already part of the done package. It's already part of the system that you've put in place for the last however long you've been here years. No question, no fear, no delay outranks you. You need to know that. They're just non-playing characters, scripts trying to get you to step off the throne, trying to get your attention to keep them active instead of you uploading new ones. The one sentence rule. If it doesn't exist in the end scene, it doesn't get my attention now. Period. If it's not what I would say if I had it, then it's not going to get my attention now. If it's not what I would think if I had it, then I'm not going to put my attention on it to think it now. And if that's hard for me, I'm going to be still because it's going to place me back into the operating system who has it all and thinks it all and sees it all already. I don't need to do shit. I can just be and go about my merry fucking way. Get out of its way so it can operate. All right. I can make you a visual snap out of chart. Oh, that's it. It was asking me something. But yeah, that's all, y'all. I didn't say enough. I said a little too much and all, but that's okay. I love this work. I love what I'm doing, and I'm about to call my man back, and I'm gonna go. I done did my part. I done did as much as I can possibly do. I love every last one of y'all. I do this with the passion from my heart, and if I can support you along the way, then let's do it. Y'all know where my story is. Look beneath this video or go to my channel for real. I have things there that I can offer you. You don't have to do this shit by yourself. You want guidance. You want that remote. You want the manual. You want the 21-day identity journal, which is what started, if I really think about it, that fucking journal is why I'm here in the first damn place. And y'all are going with me along the way. All right. I didn't even think about the journal because I'm so excited about the manual. But all of it is interconnected with each other. And y'all are watching live me. All right. Get left if you want to. I'm gone. I love y'all. I got to go. Bye.